Question 1. Which of the following is true regarding the role of the Iowa Insurance Division? A. The Iowa Insurance Division is solely responsible for setting insurance rates for all companies operating in Iowa. B. The Iowa Insurance Division oversees the licensing of insurance professionals but has no involvement in consumer protection. C. The Iowa Insurance Division ensures that insurance companies maintain financial solvency and comply with state regulations. D. The Iowa Insurance Division is only responsible for regulating life and health insurance products. Answer C. The Iowa Insurance Division ensures that insurance companies maintain financial solvency and comply with state regulations. Explanation: the Iowa Insurance Division plays a comprehensive role in regulating the insurance market in the state. This includes ensuring the financial solvency of insurance companies through regular audits, financial examinations, and enforcing the requirement for adequate reserves and surplus. Additionally, the ID oversees the licensure of insurance professionals, protects consumers from unfair practices, and ensures that all insurance products comply with Iowa law. Therefore, option C is correct, as it accurately reflects the ID's broad regulatory functions. While other options are incorrect, A is incorrect because the ID does not set insurance rates. It regulates the approval process for rates but does not independently determine them. B is incorrect because the ID is actively involved in both licensing insurance professionals and consumer protection. Question 2. Mr. Parker is an insurance agent in Iowa. He received a renewal notice for his license, but he failed to complete the required continuing education C courses. What should Mr. Parker do to avoid his license being suspended or revoked? A. He should ignore the renewal notice and hope for an extension on the C requirement. B. He should submit the renewal with the fees and hope that the Iowa Insurance Division overlooks the missing C requirement. C. He should complete the required C courses as soon as possible and submit proof before the renewal deadline. D. He should submit a written request for an exemption from the C requirement to the Iowa Insurance Division. Answer: C. He should complete the required C courses as soon as possible and submit proof before the renewal deadline. Explanation: in Iowa, insurance professionals are required to complete continuing education C courses as part of the license renewal process. If the C requirement is not met, the license may be suspended or revoked. To avoid this, Mr. Parker must complete the required courses before the renewal deadline and submit the appropriate documentation to the Iowa Insurance Division. While other options are incorrect, A is incorrect because ignoring the C requirement will likely result in penalties, including potential suspension. B is incorrect because the Iowa Insurance Division will not overlook the missing C requirement and will require proof of compliance. D is incorrect because exemptions from C requirements are not commonly granted and must be based on specific circumstances that must be documented. Question 3. Which of the following is a responsibility of an insurance adjuster in Iowa when handling claims? A. An insurance adjuster in Iowa can settle claims without involving the policyholder or the insurance company. B. An insurance adjuster must promptly investigate and evaluate claims in good faith, ensuring that all claims are settled fairly. C. An insurance adjuster is responsible for setting insurance rates for the companies they work for. D. An insurance adjuster in Iowa must only handle claims related to property insurance, not casualty or liability claims. Answer: B. An insurance adjuster must promptly investigate and evaluate claims in good faith, ensuring that all claims are settled fairly. Explanation: in Iowa, insurance adjusters are required to investigate claims promptly and fairly, ensuring they settle claims in good faith. The adjuster is tasked with evaluating the facts surrounding the claim, determining the extent of the insurer's liability, and ensuring that the settlement is just. This responsibility is central to the role of the adjuster and is governed by Iowa's insurance regulations, which mandate fair claims handling practices. While other options are incorrect, A is incorrect because adjusters must work in collaboration with both the insurance company and policyholders to reach fair settlements. C is incorrect because adjusters do not set insurance rates. This is the responsibility of the insurer. D is incorrect because an adjuster may handle various types of insurance claims, not just property claims. Question 4. Which of the following best describes the purpose of the Iowa Insurance Guarantee Association? A. It provides coverage for individuals who are unable to obtain insurance due to a poor credit history. B. It guarantees payment of covered claims if an insurance company becomes insolvent. C. It offers low-cost insurance options for individuals without access to traditional insurance markets. D. It enforces rules regarding the licensing and conduct of insurance agents in Iowa. Answer B. It guarantees payment of covered claims if an insurance company becomes insolvent. Explanation: the Iowa Insurance Guarantee Association (IGA) serves as a safety net for policyholders whose insurance companies become insolvent. It ensures that policyholders still receive compensation for covered claims up to a certain limit if the insurance company is unable to pay due to insolvency. This helps protect consumers from the financial instability of insurance companies. While their options are incorrect, A is incorrect because the IGA does not assist with individuals' credit histories or provide insurance for people with poor credit. C is incorrect because the IGA does not offer low-cost insurance options. It is designed to provide safety net in case of insolvency. D is incorrect because the IGA's role is not related to the enforcement of agent licensing or conduct. Question 5. Which of the following is an example of an unfair claims settlement practice under Iowa insurance regulations? A. Offering a settlement to a policyholder that is lower than the policy's deductible. B. Denying a claim based on an unreasonable interpretation of policy language. C. Settling a claim in accordance with the policy's stated limits. D. Offering a settlement amount that aligns with the policyholder's reported loss. Answer B. Denying a claim based on an unreasonable interpretation of policy language. Explanation: under Iowa insurance regulations, unfair claims settlement practices are prohibited. Denying a claim based on an unreasonable or incorrect interpretation of policy language constitutes an unfair practice. Insurance companies must act in good faith, ensuring that claims are evaluated properly and consistently with the policy terms. While their options are incorrect, A is incorrect because offering a settlement lower than the deductible is not inherently unfair, though it would not typically resolve a claim. C is incorrect because settling a claim according to policy limits is a fair and standard practice. D is incorrect because offering a settlement amount based on the reported loss is also a fair and acceptable practice. Question 6. Under Iowa law, which of the following is required for a life insurance policy to be legally enforceable? A. The policyholder must provide proof of insurability within 30 days of the policy issue. B. The policy must contain a provision stating that it will be voided if the policyholder commits fraud. C. The policy must be delivered to the policyholder within 60 days of issuance. D. The policy must meet all state regulations regarding form and content and be approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. Answer D. The policy must meet all state regulations regarding form and content and be approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. Explanation: Iowa law requires that life insurance policies meet specific form and content regulations before they are legally enforceable. This includes the approval of the policy by the Iowa Insurance Division, ensuring that the policy complies with all state laws, including those related to consumer protection, policy terms, and required disclosures. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because proof of insurability is not required after policy issuance unless specified in the policy's terms for certain types of coverage. G. For additional benefits. B is incorrect because while fraud provisions may be included, they are not required to make the policy enforceable. C is incorrect because delivery timing is not typically the requirement for enforceability, but rather compliance with form and content regulations. Question 7. What is the primary responsibility of an insurance producer in Iowa regarding the disclosure of insurance policy details to the consumer? A. To ensure that the consumer understands the policy's coverage limits and exclusions in clear and simple language. B. To explain the insurer's financial standing to the consumer in detail. C. To provide the consumer with an endorsement form for every change made to the policy. D. To convince the consumer to purchase the policy as quickly as possible to avoid market fluctuations. Answer A. To ensure that the consumer understands the policy's coverage limits and exclusions in clear and simple language. Explanation: an insurance producer agent in Iowa has fiduciary duty to ensure that the consumer fully understands the policy being purchased. This includes clear communication of the coverage limits, exclusions, and other important policy details. The producer must avoid any confusion or misrepresentation which could lead to issues with policyholder satisfaction or claims. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because explaining an insurer's financial standing is not primary responsibility of the insurance producer. This information is usually provided by the insurer itself. C is incorrect because the producer is not required to provide endorsements for every change, though they must explain the policy terms and changes made. D is incorrect because pressuring consumer to purchase quickly could be seen as unethical behavior and is not in line with the duty of full disclosure. Question 8. Mr. Thompson has a health insurance policy with a major Iowa insurer. His insurer has denied coverage for a particular medical procedure that he believes is covered under his plan. What should Mr. Thompson do next according to Iowa insurance regulations? A. He should file a complaint with the Iowa Insurance Division and request an external review of the denial. B. He should accept the insurer's decision and pay for the procedure out of pocket. C. He should contact his physician to have the insurer reconsider the claim. D. He should immediately file a lawsuit against the insurer in an Iowa court. Answer A. He should file a complaint with the Iowa Insurance Division and request an external review of the denial. Explanation. In Iowa, consumers have the right to file complaints with the Iowa Insurance Division (ID) if they believe a claim has been unjustly denied. The ID can assist in resolving disputes, and Iowa law provides for external reviews of denials for certain health insurance claims. This ensures that policyholders have a fair process to appeal decisions. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because Mr. Thompson should not simply accept the denial if he believes it is incorrect. C is incorrect because contacting his physician may not directly resolve the issue. If filing a formal complaint or request for review is the correct approach. D is incorrect because filing a lawsuit is a more extreme measure and should typically only be pursued after other resolution avenues have been exhausted. Question 9. Which of the following is a condition that must be met for a surplus lines insurance policy to be issued in Iowa? A. The insurer must be licensed by the Iowa Insurance Division and the policy must be sold at standard market rates. B. The insurance producer must place the policy with a surplus lines insurer approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. C. The policy must meet the same regulatory standards as traditional insurance policies in Iowa. D. The policy must be issued by a foreign insurance company that has been approved by the National Association of Insurance Commissioners (NAIC). Answer B. The insurance producer must place the policy with a surplus lines insurer approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. Explanation. In Iowa, surplus lines insurance allows coverage to be placed with insurers that are not licensed in the state, provided that the insurer is approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. This provides flexibility in covering unique or high-risk exposures not available in the standard market. The surplus lines producer is responsible for ensuring the insurer's approval. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because surplus lines insurers are not required to be licensed in Iowa, but they must be approved by the ID. C is incorrect because surplus lines policies are exempt from some of the regulatory standards that apply to traditional policies. D is incorrect because the policy does not have to be issued by foreign insurer approved by the NAIC. The insurer must only be approved by the Iowa Insurance Division. Question 10. Under Iowa law, what is the minimum level of coverage required for workers' compensation insurance? A. The minimum required coverage is based on the employer's payroll and the type of business. B. Employers are not required to carry workers' compensation insurance unless they have more than 100 employees. C. Workers' compensation coverage is mandatory only for businesses that operate in hazardous industries. D. The state of Iowa provides blanket workers' compensation policy for all businesses operating within the state. Answer A. The minimum required coverage is based on the employer's payroll and the type of business. Explanation. Iowa law requires employers to carry workers' compensation insurance if they have employees, and the required coverage levels depend on the size of the business and the specific risks associated with the type of business. The coverage amount is determined by the employer's payroll and the classification of the business. While other options are incorrect. B is incorrect because workers' compensation insurance is required for all employers with one or more employees in Iowa. C is incorrect because workers' compensation insurance is mandatory for most businesses in Iowa, regardless of whether they are in hazardous industries or not. D is incorrect because Iowa does not provide blanket workers' compensation policy for all businesses. Each business must obtain coverage independently, either through private insurance or the state workers' compensation program if eligible. Question 11. What is the role of the Iowa Insurance Division (ID) in regulating insurance companies? A. The ID provides insurance directly to individuals and businesses in Iowa. B. The ID enforces insurance laws and regulations, ensuring that insurers comply with state requirements. C. The ID sets the premiums for all types of insurance in Iowa. D. The ID reviews claims submitted by policyholders to determine whether they should be paid. Answer B. The ID enforces insurance laws and regulations, ensuring that insurers comply with state requirements. Explanation. The Iowa Insurance Division is responsible for overseeing the operations of insurance companies in Iowa. It enforces the state's insurance laws and regulations to protect consumers, ensuring that insurers are operating in compliance with the law. The IRD does not directly offer insurance, set premiums, or review claims on behalf of policyholders. While the options are incorrect, A is incorrect because the IRD does not offer insurance to individuals or businesses. Its role is regulatory. C is incorrect because premiums are set by the insurance companies subject to IRD oversight, not directly by the IRD itself. D is incorrect because the IRD does not review individual claims. It ensures that insurance companies adhere to fair claims practices and other regulations. Question 12. What must an insurance agent do in Iowa when they are selling a policy that involves a misrepresentation? A. They must inform the consumer that the misrepresentation may affect the validity of the policy. B. They can proceed with the sale as long as the misrepresentation is not material. C. They must ensure that the consumer is not aware of the misrepresentation at all. D. They are not required to do anything as misrepresentations are the responsibility of the insurance company. Answer A. They must inform the consumer that the misrepresentation may affect the validity of the policy. Explanation: in Iowa, insurance agents have a duty to disclose any material misrepresentation to the consumer. If an agent is aware of a misrepresentation, they must inform the consumer of its potential effect on the validity of the policy. Failing to do so could lead to legal issues for both the agent and the insurer. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because even non-material misrepresentations could cause legal issues and agents have an obligation to disclose them. C is incorrect because it is unethical and potentially illegal to hide a misrepresentation from the consumer. D is incorrect because agents are required to disclose misrepresentations, not shift the responsibility entirely to the insurance company. Question 13. Which of the following is a common condition for the issuance of a homeowner's insurance policy in Iowa? A. The home must be occupied by the policyholder for at least 50% of the year. B. The policyholder must maintain a minimum credit score. C. The home must meet specific safety standards as outlined by the insurer. D. The home must be located in a floodplain to qualify for coverage. Answer: C. The home must meet specific safety standards as outlined by the insurer. Explanation: homeowners insurance policies in Iowa typically require the home to meet certain safety standards set by the insurer, such as having proper electrical wiring, fire protection systems, and other safety features. These standards help minimize the risk of loss and ensure the home is insurable. While the options are incorrect, A is incorrect because the occupancy requirement is not typically based on a percentage of the year. Insurers usually require the home to be the policyholder's primary residence. B is incorrect because credit score is not a common condition for homeowners insurance policies, although it can affect premium pricing in some cases. D is incorrect because being located in floodplain typically disqualifies home from standard homeowners insurance, although flood insurance can be purchased separately. Question 14. Which of the following is true regarding the cancellation of a commercial insurance policy in Iowa? A. Insurers can cancel the policy for any reason during the first 30 days of coverage. B. Policyholders must be notified at least 60 days in advance before the insurer can cancel the policy. C. An insurer can cancel a commercial policy at any time as long as they refund the premium in full. D. Insurers can cancel the policy without notice if the policyholder misses a premium payment. Answer A. Insurers can cancel the policy for any reason during the first 30 days of coverage. Explanation: in Iowa, insurers are allowed to cancel a commercial insurance policy within the first 30 days of coverage for any reason without specific cause. However, after this initial period, cancellation is subject to more strict rules and typically requires specific grounds such as non-payment of premiums or violations of policy terms. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because the required notice for cancellation typically applies to non-renewal or policyholder requested cancellation, not insurer-initiated cancellations after the first 30 days. C is incorrect because insurers must have a valid reason for cancelling after the first 30 days and premiums are refunded on a pro rata basis, not in full. D is incorrect because insurers must provide notice before cancellation due to non-payment and there are specific rules about how and when this notice must be given. Question 15. What is the minimum required liability coverage for an automobile insurance policy in Iowa? A. $25,000 for bodily injury per person, $50,000 per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. B. $10,000 for bodily injury per person, $20,000 per accident, and $10,000 for property damage. C. $50,000 for bodily injury per person, $100,000 per accident, and $50,000 for property damage. D. $30,000 for bodily injury per person, $60,000 per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. Answer A. $25,000 for bodily injury per person, $50,000 per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. Explanation: Iowa law requires drivers to have a minimum amount of liability coverage, which is $25,000 for bodily injury per person, $50,000 for bodily injury per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. These minimums are designed to ensure that drivers have some financial protection in the event of an accident. While the options are incorrect, B is incorrect because the minimum required bodily injury and property damage coverage amounts in Iowa are higher than the figures provided. C is incorrect because these coverage limits exceed the required minimums for auto insurance in Iowa. D is incorrect because the required liability coverage in Iowa for property damage is $25,000, not $30,000. These questions are designed to help prepare for the Iowa property and casualty insurance exam by covering important concepts related to Iowa insurance regulations. Let me know if you'd like more questions or further explanations. Question 16. What must an insurance company do in Iowa if it wants to increase the premiums on an existing auto insurance policy? A. Notify the policyholder at least 30 days in advance of the rate change. B. Notify the policyholder at least 60 days in advance of the rate change. C. Obtain prior approval from the Iowa Insurance Division before increasing premiums. D. Automatically increase premiums once the policy term expires. Answer A. Notify the policyholder at least 30 days in advance of the rate change. Explanation: in Iowa, insurance companies must notify policyholders at least 30 days before increasing the premiums on an existing auto insurance policy. This allows consumers to review the new rates and explore alternatives if desired. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because the required notification period is 30 days, not 60 days. C is incorrect because insurance companies are generally not required to obtain prior approval for every rate increase. However, rate changes must comply with state laws and may be subject to regulatory review. D is incorrect because premiums cannot be automatically increased without proper notice and disclosure. Question 17. In Iowa, which of the following is a requirement for an insurance agent to maintain their license? A. They must complete a certain number of continuing education hours every year. B. They must pay a license renewal fee every 2 years. C. They must hold a bachelor's degree in insurance or related field. D. They must submit personal credit report annually. Answer A. They must complete a certain number of continuing education hours every year. Explanation: Iowa requires insurance agents to complete continuing education courses as a condition of maintaining their license. This ensures that agents stay informed about changes in insurance laws and best practices. While other options are incorrect, B is incorrect because while agents must renew their licenses periodically, the requirement is typically every 3 years, not every 2. C is incorrect because holding a degree is not a mandatory requirement for license maintenance. D is incorrect because agents are not required to submit personal credit reports annually to maintain their licenses. Question 18. Which type of coverage is not typically included in a standard homeowner's insurance policy in Iowa? A. Dwelling coverage for the structure of the home. B. Personal property coverage for contents inside the home. C. Earthquake coverage. D. Liability coverage for injuries occurring on the property. Answer C. Earthquake coverage. Explanation: standard homeowners insurance policies in Iowa do not typically include earthquake coverage. This type of coverage is usually available as an add-on or separate policy. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because dwelling coverage is a core component of homeowners insurance. B is incorrect because personal property coverage is also included in a standard homeowners insurance policy. D is incorrect because liability coverage for accidents on the property is a standard part of homeowners insurance. Question 19. In Iowa, what is the primary purpose of the FAIR Plan? A. To provide insurance for high-risk properties that are unable to obtain coverage in the standard insurance market. B. To offer discounted insurance rates for low-income homeowners. C. To provide health insurance coverage to individuals with pre-existing conditions. D. To cover the cost of state-mandated flood insurance. Answer A. To provide insurance for high-risk properties that are unable to obtain coverage in the standard insurance market. Explanation: The Fair Access to Insurance Requirements plan in Iowa is designed to offer insurance coverage to individuals who have high-risk properties and are unable to find insurance in the standard market. It is not a discounted or subsidized insurance program, but a means of ensuring access to coverage for those who are at greater risk. While the options are incorrect, B is incorrect because the FAIR plan does not focus on offering discounted rates to low-income individuals. C is incorrect because the FAIR plan is not related to health insurance or pre-existing conditions. D is incorrect because the FAIR plan does not provide flood insurance. Question 20. Which of the following types of insurance would most likely cover damages caused by a fire in a commercial building in Iowa? A. Commercial general liability insurance. B. Commercial property insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Answer. B. Commercial property insurance. Explanation. Commercial property insurance typically covers damages to a business's physical assets, including buildings, due to events like fire, theft, or vandalism. While our options are incorrect, A is incorrect because commercial general liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage caused by the business's operations, but not damages to the business's own property. C is incorrect because workers' compensation insurance covers employee injuries, but does not cover property damage. D is incorrect because business interruption insurance covers lost income due to covered event, not the physical damage to the property. Question 21. In Iowa, what is the minimum amount of uninsured motorist coverage required on an auto insurance policy? A. $25,000 per person and $50,000 per accident. B. $10,000 per person and $20,000 per accident. C. $50,000 per person and $100,000 per accident. D. $30,000 per person and $60,000 per accident. Answer A. $25,000 per person and $50,000 per accident. Explanation. Iowa law mandates that auto insurance policies include a minimum of $25,000 per person and $50,000 per accident in uninsured motorist coverage. This coverage protects the policyholder in the event they are involved in an accident with an uninsured driver. Why other options are incorrect? B is incorrect because the minimum required amounts are higher than $10,000 per person. C is incorrect because the minimum required amounts are lower than $50,000 per person. D is incorrect because the required minimum coverage for uninsured motorists is $25,000 per person, not $30,000. Question 22. Which of the following statements about Iowa's workers' compensation laws is true? A. Workers' compensation benefits are only available to workers who are employed full-time. B. Workers' compensation provides medical benefits, wage replacement, and disability benefits. C. Workers' compensation claims must be filed within 90 days of an injury. D. Workers' compensation is not available to agricultural workers in Iowa. Answer. B. Workers' compensation provides medical benefits, wage replacement, and disability benefits. Explanation. Iowa's workers' compensation system provides medical benefits, wage replacement, and disability benefits for employees who are injured or become ill due to work-related activities. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because workers' compensation benefits are available to both full-time and part-time employees as long as they are eligible. C is incorrect because workers' compensation claims must be filed within 90 days of the injury or illness, not necessarily after. D is incorrect because agricultural workers are covered under the state's workers' compensation system, though they may have different eligibility requirements. Question 23. What is a typical requirement for an Iowa insurance agent selling life insurance policies? A. The agent must be at least 25 years old. B. The agent must pass a life insurance examination administered by the Iowa Insurance Division. C. The agent must work for a large national insurance company. D. The agent must maintain a minimum number of active life insurance policies. Answer. B. The agent must pass a life insurance examination administered by the Iowa Insurance Division. Explanation. Iowa insurance agents must pass a life insurance exam administered by the Iowa Insurance Division to demonstrate their knowledge of life insurance products, policies, and state regulations. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because age requirements for life insurance agents are typically based on the legal minimum age for working in Iowa, not specifically 25. C is incorrect because agents can work for various insurance companies, including smaller or local companies. D is incorrect because there is no requirement for agents to maintain a minimum number of active policies. Question 24. What is the purpose of a riders in an insurance policy in Iowa? A. To cancel the policy in case of a claim. B. To add additional coverage or modify the terms of the standard policy. C. To provide temporary coverage for a specific period. D. To automatically renew the policy at the end of the term. Answer. B. To add additional coverage or modify the terms of the standard policy. Explanation. Riders are additional provisions or amendments that can be added to an insurance policy to provide extra coverage or modify the standard terms. Riders can customize a policy to meet specific needs. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because riders do not cancel policies. C is incorrect because riders are not typically for temporary coverage. They modify coverage permanently. D is incorrect because riders do not automatically renew policies. Question 25. Which of the following is an example of a peril covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy in Iowa? A. Earthquake. B. Flood. C. Fire. D. Wear and tear. Answer. C. Fire. Explanation. Fire is a common peril covered under standard homeowners insurance policies in Iowa. Other perils such as earthquake and flood require additional coverage. Wear and tear is not covered peril. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because earthquakes are typically not covered under standard homeowners insurance, requiring separate policy. B is incorrect because flood coverage is usually separate policy. D is incorrect because wear and tear is considered maintenance issue and is not covered by homeowners insurance. Question 26. What is the maximum number of days that an Iowa insurance producer has to report a change of address to the Iowa Insurance Division? A. 5 days. B. 10 days. C. 15 days. D. 30 days. Answer. B. 10 days. Explanation. In Iowa, insurance producers are required to notify the Iowa Insurance Division of any change of address within 10 days. This ensures that the Insurance Division has up-to-date contact information for producers. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because 5 days is not the required period for reporting address changes. C is incorrect because 15 days is too long to notify the division. D is incorrect because 30 days exceeds the required notification period. Question 27. Which of the following is a requirement for an insurance company to sell policies in Iowa? A. The company must have a physical office located within the state. B. The company must be licensed by the Iowa Insurance Division. C. The company must have been operating for at least 5 years. D. The company must only sell policies to Iowa residents. Answer. B. The company must be licensed by the Iowa Insurance Division. Explanation. To sell insurance policies in Iowa, insurance companies must be licensed by the Iowa Insurance Division. This ensures that the company meets the state's regulatory and financial requirements to operate. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because insurance companies are not required to have a physical office within the state. C is incorrect because there is no minimum operating period for an insurance company in Iowa. D is incorrect because an insurance company may sell policies to residents of other states as well as long as they are licensed to do so. Question 28. In Iowa, what type of insurance is required for all motor vehicles operated on public roads? A. Collision insurance. B. Uninsured motorist insurance. C. Liability insurance. D. Comprehensive insurance. Answer. C. Liability insurance. Explanation. In Iowa, liability insurance is required for all motor vehicles operated on public roads. This insurance covers damages or injuries caused to others in an accident for which the insured is at fault. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because collision insurance is optional and covers damage to the insured's vehicle. B is incorrect because uninsured motorist insurance is optional in Iowa, though it is strongly recommended. D is incorrect because comprehensive insurance is also optional and covers non-collision related damage to the vehicle. Question 29. What is the primary purpose of the Iowa Insurance Guarantee Association? A. To offer lower insurance premiums to Iowans. B. To provide financial assistance to policyholders if an insurance company becomes insolvent. C. To regulate insurance companies operating in Iowa. D. To promote public awareness of insurance products in Iowa. Answer. B. To provide financial assistance to policyholders if an insurance company becomes insolvent. Explanation. The Iowa Insurance Guarantee Association provides financial assistance to policyholders in the event that their insurance company becomes insolvent. This ensures that individuals who are affected by such insolvencies still receive their claims. Why other options are incorrect? A is incorrect because the association does not set or reduce insurance premiums. C is incorrect because the Iowa Insurance Division is responsible for regulating insurance companies, not the Guarantee Association. D is incorrect because the association's primary purpose is to protect policyholders in case of insolvency, not to raise awareness. Question 30. In Iowa, what is the minimum coverage requirement for bodily injury liability insurance for each person in an auto insurance policy? A. $15,000. B. $25,000. C. $50,000. D. $100,000. Answer B. $25,000. Explanation: Iowa law requires a minimum of $25,000 in bodily injury liability insurance coverage for each person involved in an accident. This covers the cost of injuries sustained by others in the event that the insured driver is at fault. While other options are incorrect. A is incorrect because the minimum bodily injury coverage per person is $25,000, not $15,000. C is incorrect because $50,000 is the required minimum for bodily injury coverage per accident, not per person. D is incorrect because $100,000 is above the minimum required amount for bodily injury coverage per person.